Are we live? Let me check. Yes. Hi, legends. Welcome to today's live stream. Potential couple of opportunities, and it looks like we're getting a couple of breakouts here to the upside, especially from some of our favorite altcoins. Sorry, legends. I just want to put my screen a little bit brighter. Forgot to do that. Welcome to the live. There we go. And let me pause the live stream over here. Welcome to the live stream, legends. I see a couple of trading opportunities, and as per the thumbnail, the world of whales on Bluffin is happening almost. Make sure that you describe or you sign up with the link down in the description where $1 million are up for grabs. Right, let me share my screen over here. Let's go, legends. Smash up the like on your way in, and as you can see down in the description, okay, let me just zoom in so everyone can see. Under exchanges, the first link is Bluffin to sign up, and then they've got that nice competition, right? I've registered for the competition. I hope you have done the same. Oh, beautiful background over here. Competition starts in 1 day, right? But we're already going to take advantage of this situation over here, get into the swing of things, do some live trading together. I will see how many times I can go live and we can do some live trading together. You know, it's always about the technical analysis and the education, which I will still bring here to the show you guys how I take trades and benefiting from those momentums to the upside. And still 1 day left. Make sure that you use this link down in the description under the Bluffin link. Okay, there's where you go and register for the competition. You can either go and sign up, and it's also available for existing users. Let me know if everything is good. You guys can see me, you guys can hear me. If it's all good, and potentially we can jump into some trades here together. I just want to see. Ooh, this is the one, legends. This is the one. My camera might break up. I'm not sure. I'm having some technical issues, but at least you guys can still hear me. So my camera might come and go. I do apologize for that. And right, let's get the show on the road. What is Bitcoin doing? Currently, it's consolidating here against the trend. Let's see if my face comes back. There we go. You guys can see me now. Right. Let me say hi to the beautiful community. Mr. Pac-Man, good morning, legends. Smash up the like in anticipation for the legendary educational content. Thank you so much for the support. Thanks for being here. All the mods, Mr. Not Financial Advice, always happy to see Uncle D coming online. Ooh, I never thought people will call me Uncle, right? Is it because of the salt and pepper on my head? Happy Veterans Day, dear blind. Welcome to the live stream. Yes, happy Veterans Day. I mean, I'm not in touch with any of the public holidays happening around the world. Legends, I mean, as you can see, right, I have a fifth wave over here, potentially expecting a little bit of downwards momentum. But I mean, as long as the price is bumping to the upside, right, we need to take advantage of the breakouts that's happening here at the moment. We can go through many altcoins, but some of the ones that I think is juicy, ready for the picking. Please make sure that you register on Bluffin using the link down in the description and go and register for the competition, right? Go and register. I think there are currently 285 teams. You will join the Bitcoin census team. We will trade together as a team, and there's also individual prizes up for grabs. Okay, you can go and read through the T's and C's, the competition rules, the individual rules, and right, and you will be joining the Bitcoin census team. Just want to see, where are we? Okay. Right, it's not here yet. Anyways, legends, we need to start trading. I definitely want to grab my piece of this $1 million prize pool that is available. Do you guys see $1 million? Right, and I think this is Bluffin's copy of the World Series of Trading, but I mean a great competition nonetheless. I know a lot of you enjoy trading on Bluffin, so do I. So I've put I can tell you guys now, I've put a little bit of money, $1,000. Okay, it's not a lot. I've put $1,000 into Bluffin, 1,300, 1,400. I can't remember the amount. I've put some money in there. I do have more cash, but I want to see how aggressively I can trade the Bluffin account here to the upside. So I am going to be a little bit more aggressive with this account. It's money that I am prepared to lose. I'm going to see how quickly I can bring it here to the upside, maybe doubling the account, tripling the account, obviously still applying good risk management. And right, legends, alarms going off, VRA alarm going off. Let's go check it out. I've got so many tabs open here. We can jump through all of them. This is one of the trades that I got into. Let me just quickly share some of the trading setups that I've got going. This is a long that I'm looking for on Atom. Okay, stop below the lows. And let's see how this plays out. I've literally just entered a small position here on Bluffin right before the live stream as we were breaking out on Mr. Atom over here. Ton, okay, it still needs to go a little bit. Let's go check out VRA, the alarm that went off on VRA. What is Mr. VRA doing? I mean, legends, you need to take advantage of the breakouts here to the upside. What I do like about most of the altcoins, okay, they've already swept the liquidity below the lows. I really like that. And this looks like a bullish structure that could potentially break out to the upside. So VRA, the alarm just went off. So I'm going to nibble a little bit at this trade. Okay, I'm going to nibble. Let me open up a position here on Mr. Bluffin. Let me do this and show you guys. I've got Bluffin. Let me do this. Right, here is my I've got a vet position, a fetch position open. I've got an 88 position open. I'm just going to go here to Mr. VRA. Okay, just attempt a small little position over there. Just wait for it to load up. Anytime today. Okay, I'm going to do a market order. Just adjust my leverage over here. I'm going to do a 5x over there. Right, I'm going to enter a small little position. Let's go long. Ooh. I need to set my TPs. I like to set my TPs and stuff after the fact, and then I can just move them around. I'm going to leave my stop loss around about there. I also want to enter a stop loss on this one over here. And let's go. FET, I actually entered a very small position on FET now that I see that. Anyways, legends, you get the idea, right? Let's do some trading here together on Bluffin. Mr. Veracity, VRA, potentially breaking out over here. Okay, it would be nice to see a 15-minute candle close above. Okay, but I'm going to give it an attempt. So this is basically the trading setup that I'm looking at for Mr. VRA over here, targeting the high, playing the breakout over here, stop loss below the low, 3.26 risk to reward makes complete sense to me, and legends, please do not risk more than what you can afford to lose. You need to stay level-headed in this game. And the reason we trade with stop losses is because there's always the possibility of being stopped out, right? I do like the price action that I'm seeing here on most of the altcoins, especially because of this week where you've grabbed the liquidity, and it does slightly increase the probabilities that the breakouts over here could potentially, come and claim these pivots and the highs over here and potentially even go to higher levels. So let's keep track of I just want to keep track of the trades that I'm in. I'm just going to highlight Mr. Veracity here in orange. Okay, and Mr. Atom, I'm going to put Atom there. I'm in an Atom trade. I'm in a FET trade. I'm also in an ADA trade here at the moment. So let's make that one orange so I can just keep track of these altcoins. Okay, ADA, this is a trade that I highlighted this morning during my Legends update. Legends Pro community update got this trade at the breakout, currently in profits at the moment. Let's see if the momentum can continue here. We all know the massive uptrend that we saw, can like to have seen here on ADA, massive blast off here to the upside, currently consolidating, okay? Currently consolidating over here, and I want to take advantage of this move because there's definitely a potential to come and claim this high once again. Right. Let's go back here. Clean it up. Just take all the scribble out the way. Let's see if ADA is going to give us the breakout here to the upside. Okay, I am targeting the 1.618 over here. 1.618 also more or less in confluence with the highs, right, for profit-taking areas. Can take that out the way. Let's just clean it up nicely. So we've got 𝗬𝚻city potentially breaking out at the moment. We've got Mr. 𝗖𝗿𝘆𝗽𝗍𝗍. I was looking at 𝗍𝗍. Okay, I told the Legends also a trade that I highlight in our Legends Pro community this morning, where I said, Legends, I am looking at this breakout before the breakout, because then I have a better entry. Okay, and my stop is now below this low over here. So entry targeting the 1.618. I know it can get very punchy here to the upside, and my stop here below the lows, right? So it's always great to catch the breakout before the actual breakout happens, right? Let's see if these trades played out or play out. I've also got a trade open on Bybit. I've got a trade open on 𝗞𝗍. I mean, that's how we roll, right? The trade that I've got open on 𝗞𝗍 is Mr. Atom over here. Ooh, an XRP. XRP. Guys, you don't have to love the fundamentals, okay? You don't have to love the fundamentals. You can hate the XRP army, but I trade the technicals, right? You get in, you get out, you bag your profits, you look for the next opportunity. So I'm also in a trade here on Bybit on XRP. I've got my 3 bluffing trades open here, 𝗬𝚻city, VET, ADA, and let's see if we can spot anything else. Let me go through some more comments. Welcome everyone to the live stream. CME gap, yes, I know that there's a CME gap to the upside, but I mean, I need to, as a trader, I need to trade the price action in front of me. Yes, we can go and close the CME gap, but for now, momentum is to the upside. Okay, I need to trade the momentum here to the upside. The reason I'm jumping into some of the altcoins is because they are showing me the beautiful trends here to the upside. And I can tell you guys now, Bitcoin can keep on consolidating, and you'll see massive explosion from the altcoins. If Bitcoin starts aggressively falling down, obviously it's going to drag the altcoins with it. So we need to stay cautious. We need to not trade with more than what we can afford to lose. We still need to trade with our stop losses, but I can tell you guys now, I cannot not take the opportunities in front of me because of what could happen to Bitcoin, right? Because you could potentially get nice little breakouts here to the upside. Okay, Bitcoin did this, and then it does the correction. You're like, crap, I missed out on the trades because I thought we're going to close the CME gap. Yes, we can go and close the CME gap, but it doesn't have to happen right now. It can happen in 2 hours from now, in 4 hours, tomorrow. Right, Legends. I mean, quite a large CME gap that was left to the downside. So let me just open up another tab. Let's go check out that CME gap that everyone is talking about. Can like to be talking about. Mr. CME, show us. Oh, no, it's not that one. Show us the CME gap. Let's go. Right. Massive, massive, massive CME gap. Yes, Legends. There is always the possibility to come and fill the CME gap. But for now, I am trading the opportunities that the chart is presenting me at the moment. Right. Smash up the like on the way in. Let me say more hello to the beautiful community over here. How is Link looking? I haven't actually looked at Link, to be honest, or maybe I have. But XRP, guys, if I can go into the larger time frames, and I can show you why I am so bullish on XRP here at the moment. I am exploding a potential here to the upside. I'm expecting a potential explosion here to the upside. I mean, obviously, Bitcoin needs to play ball, but I need, as a trader, I need to pay attention to the price action that I see in front of me. Okay, there was once a very, very profitable, experienced trader that told me, 𝗬𝗍𝘆𝗽𝗍, when you analyze a chart, you look at the chart in front of you. You trade the chart in front of you, and you do not look at anything else. You do not look at liquidity. You do not look at Bitcoin. You do not look at USDT dominance. You do not look at the 𝗬𝗍city, because you can get stuck where you don't know whether you should short or long because of what the other indicators and charts and information is telling you. And then based on the technical analysis in front of you, the trade could have played out where you froze because you're consuming too many external sources of information. So the lesson I learned there is trade the chart in front of you. Okay, that's all you do. You trade the chart in front of you. Right. Okay, so XRP, I'm looking at, oh, FET breaking out here to the upside. Let's go, Mr. FET. Let's go. Doge, also, I've been tracking this momentum a little bit late. I won't enter there right now. If you missed the breakout, you missed it. Beautiful retest here on the trend. It's finding momentum here to the upside. And dominance, what is dominance doing? Dominance is getting the bounce, but it's also getting a little bit of a rejection, still giving some love to the alts. Okay, Mr. Atom, let me just put my Atom trade over there. This is the Atom trade I'm still eyeing. We could come down for a retest, for potential re-entry. And for those of you that didn't catch the Atom trade, and I mean, let's go and have a look at Link. I mean, I've got a whole list here of altcoins, guys. I've got a whole list, right? And some of them have already broken out. Yes, and you can see I've got my alarm set. Are you guys ready? Are you ready, right? I will only pay attention to Link once it breaks trend. Okay. Only once it breaks trend. It did successfully swing failure from this low, which is quite good. Can you guys see? It did successfully swing failure from the low. It got acceptance back up. And I've got my alarm. I've got my trend set. Let's see, right? It doesn't look as good as some of the other altcoins because of this low. I don't like this low. Specifically on Link, right? Because it might come and sweep this low again and even come an SFP from one of these lows. So yes, I've got the momentum, but it doesn't look as good as Veracity, for example, that is formed a much higher low. And when I take a fib from the low to the high, I liked where it bounced. It bounced on a bullish target. It bounced at the 0.618. This is what I like because this wave tells me where this next wave could potentially go, right? So when I take a fib extension, this is what I mean. Okay, this is where the education comes in. When you take a trend-based fib and you are playing momentum here to the upside and you want to go and work out possible targets, you take it from the low to the high to the low, okay? And usually by the 1-to-1 extension, which is the high, just above the high over here, 1-to-1 extension, 1.236 and 1.618 is where I take profits to maximize the trade to the upside. Okay, so based on this little wave over here, it has the potential to even go and hit 39, right? I'm not going to include all the zeros in front. Okay, let me go through some more comments. Maddie, welcome to the live stream. I just want to get back in and just looking to invest, not trade, to hold them for the whole bull market. Okay, cool. Right. So if you're not looking to trade, then obviously, I mean, you don't want to participate in the live trades that we're taking here at the moment, because from a day trading perspective, I don't care where the coin is and how high it's going to go. From a day trading perspective, this is what a day trader does. He's looking for a trading setup. He plans the trade. He or she plans the trade. You're looking for entry. You're looking for the 3 W's, W, 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 smackdown, right? You're looking for, why am I entering the trade? Where is my risk management and where do I plan to take profits? Okay. Once you've got your 3 W's ticked off, you stick to your plan, right? And I will definitely leave some of the position open for higher levels, because you can take profits here. You can leave maybe 10, 20% of the position open for higher levels over here. Okay, that's what we do as day traders. We don't, the spot bags are for, it needs to go, you know, it needs to just pump to the upside. That's what the spot bags are there for. Day trading, the purpose of this channel is to teach you technical analysis so you can successfully day trade. Okay. This is potentially, you know, when I look at Veracity over here, okay, if you think that this is going to be the entry that's going to explode 400% here to the upside, you are very, very much mistaken, right? Because if I go back here onto the 4-hour time frame, what could happen is it's never the entry. Please remember, it's never the entry, because this could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it makes a deeper correction to the downside. And if you thought that this was the entry, you will be smiling here on the way up, but you will be very nervous with this drop here to the downside. And most probably, most inexperienced traders will cash out over here, where the experienced traders will look for another opportunity to play the breakout to the upside. Okay, Mr. VRA, has it come back for retest, or is it breaking out at the moment? Just nibbling at the trend. Just nibbling here at the trend. Just want to see something. I do like the 15-minute candle close above the trend. So let's see. Let's see if this is going to play out. Right, legends, please. No financial advice. Do your own research. You click the button in front of you. Don't risk more than what you can afford to lose. And I'm just simply doing this for entertainment purposes. Okay, no financial advice from my side. Okay, let's see. Mr. ADA getting the pump here to the upside. This is one of the trades that I'm in at the moment. 𝗖𝗍𝗍𝗍, one of the trades, still continuing here to the upside, potentially going to come and break this trend. Let me put an alarm over there so we can track it. And remember, if you'd like to come and trade with me, down in the description of this video, okay, I've got Bluffin. No KYC competition at the moment. Well, you have to register for the competition. Still 23 hours left for this competition to register to share a pool in $1 million. Quite a nice little competition. And you will join the Bitcoin Census team, myself and Andy included. We're both in that team, and we're going to trade for our share of $1 million, right? There's individual prizes and there's also team prizes. So definitely worth participating in this competition. Right, cool, legends. Let's see, Mr. XRP. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay, I just want to put this in here at the moment. I mean, the trades that I am in, I just want to highlight them. Okay, why did I enter? Break of trend. Where do I plan to take profits? At the highs. Where is my risk management? Below the lows. Okay, risk to reward 2.68. Great. Anything above 2 is worth for me taking from a risk to reward perspective. The higher, the better. Okay, if you can get those 3s and 5s and even higher, that is absolutely fantastic. Mr. Fetch over here. Okay, it might not look worth it now when you do this. Okay, the breakout might not look worth it. If you want to claim the highs and you have your stop here below the lows, the risk to reward is absolutely terrible. But okay, the trick that I've shared here is you take your fib extension from the low to the high to the low and say, well, where is the potential for this wave to go? I mean, legends, I just want to share, there's always the possibility of price faking out and coming back down to claim the low, right? Because the markets are here to surprise us. This is why we trade with risk management. But the probabilities are slightly higher to continue to the upside because we've already grabbed the liquidity. And this is a bullish bounce. This is really a bullish bounce, okay? So now, where I plan to take profits from this trade, if you're playing the breakout on Fetch, minimum target for me is the 1.236, which now makes the trade worth it. 2.5 risk to reward. And I mean, it can get really punchy here to the upside and even extend to the 1.618 at $1.6. Ooh, quite ironic, right? 1.618, $1.6. Let's see how this plays out. Okay. Good educational content, crypto, blockchain. Thank you so much. Solar market is exploding with us. Yes, I mean, last week and even yesterday, things were pumping and there was just no opportunities to get into. And I told everyone, when you see these green candles to the upside, you have to sit on your hands and you have to wait for this. You have to be patient. Don't FOMO into the trade. Wait for consolidation. Wait for a trend so that you know where to put your stop loss, why you are entering, and where you are going to take profits. Once you have your trade planned out, you then enter with good risk management and you let it play out. Okay, if you get stopped, you wait for the next opportunity. This is how you trade. And I get stopped out many times. Okay, but when I get stopped out, my winning trades makes up for my stop losses plus profits in the bag. Because if I get stopped out a couple of times with a stop loss like this, and I get 2 or 3 winning trades with a win like this, it makes up many stop losses plus profits in the bags. Do you guys get the idea? But if you are risking your entire portfolio at 20x leverage every single time you enter a trade, you might get a couple of them right. But I can tell you with 3-4 stoppages, your account is empty. Okay, you've liquidated yourself or there's nothing left. And that's where the revenge trading starts kicking in. We don't revenge trade here on the channel. Okay, we exercise good risk management and that's how we rock and roll. I just want to switch something here off. It's quite distracting. Just want to put that off. And right, cool. 𝗬𝗞𝗆. I just want to get back in and okay, I've gone through that comment. Competition, yes, Mr. Crypto Brick Brains. I hope all of the Legends Pro community, the Pro community members in here, I hope that you have registered for the competition. Also, what I wanted to share, Mariela, I hope you don't mind. I want to talk about you. I don't see you in the section over here, but Mariela has been absolutely nailing it. I actually created a short on Instagram, guys. If you're not following me on Instagram, let me just do this, go back here. If you're not following me on Instagram, in my YouTube description, round about here, there's my Instagram and there's my TikTok. I just posted a short this morning congratulating Mariela. She's been absolutely nailing it inside of our Legends Pro community. I know Mr. Financial, no financial advice. A mod here in the comments has also been nailing it. But when I went to Money Shots this morning, I saw this beautiful message from Mariela, okay? Basically, I'm not going to read through the entire message, but she's basically thanking us. She's been doing this for a very long time. She's been working 2 jobs to save up money to build up an altcoin portfolio. She's finally mastering, making the profits consistently week after week, month after month. Thanking myself and Andy for the education and, just not really bragging, just showing that based on the education and the alpha that we deliver here inside of our Legends Pro community, she's had 4 successful trade in the last week, 2 weeks, can't give or take. Okay, absolute legend. Mariela, congratulations. Well done, right? And as you guys can see, the legends are absolutely just roping it in. Grateful to Devold for the D-line strategy, right? People are making insane gains over here. Mr. Crypto Big Brains here in the comments as well. Wow, what a trade on Bluffin. Absolute legend. Wow. Okay, let's go back here onto the charts. Okay, so although we are doing some trades here to the upside, I still want to go and do some high probable Elliott wave scenarios on the larger time frames. I mean, legends, if you remember the previous bull cycle, Mr. Fed, go, man, go. Doge, okay, I think we can go and look for something else. I'm not sure if there's anything else that is still... Why is there another alarm going off? Coty busy breaking out. Okay, this is why this breakout was so important to me, because you have now a nice little entry which you can even potentially protect at the moment, playing now this breakout. So I'm not interested in playing this breakout here at the moment because I already entered over here. XRP still on the move, ADA still on the move, trade still in motion. VRA, it's breaking up, there's some green volume starting to kick in. Let's go. Okay, I'm not sure if you guys notice, I really get excited when we have bullish momentum to the upside because I remember the previous bull cycle. You guys do not understand how powerful this strategy is, the D-line strategy. It is extremely powerful. You wait for the green dildos to slow down to the upside. You wait for consolidation areas. You find your trends on the favorite altcoins that you like to trade, and you plan your trade properly, and you just make trade after trade after trade after trade. Okay, that's how we roll. Especially if you have massive bullish momentum and continuation to the upside. Okay, right. And then, I mean, we just got rejected by the 1.618. This is something that I wanted to talk about. If I go here onto the 1 hour time frame, this is a potential short that I told the legends about in the Legends Pro community. So just want to hide these Elliott waves. Take that trend out. That was another breakout that we played successfully here to the upside. But this 1.618 level over here, okay, let me just zoom out, is from this wave. And we did tap it. Now, we just tapped it. This wave over here, okay, when you take a FIP from the low to the high to the low, okay, this extension is the 1.618. And I told the legends, let's keep an eye on that level. It could potentially be a rejection, okay? That's going to give us a consolidation, either for continuation to the upside, or we're going to get a rejection where we are right now. It's just a level, and we might not, it might not do anything. But at the moment, you can see here on the smaller time frames, when I zoom in, we tapped it to the dollar. Tapped it here to the dollar and currently getting the rejection. Okay, so these fib extension levels, and you all know 1.618, very powerful. So I think what I might consider, I just want to see weakness over here. Let me refresh CVD. Just want to see what is cooking over here. Okay, so we've claimed the high. I want to go to the 3-minute time frame. I just want to see if I can spot weakness at the moment. Okay. Right. Let's see how this plays out. I'm very interested in the price action that's going to develop over here. This is the CVD that I'm interested in. Okay. And I think we could still continue the rejection here to the downside for now. Let's see, we did tap a major fib level, and if I'm not mistaken, we've also grabbed some significant liquidity. Let me just put my head off here so everyone can see, right? Let me refresh this. Ooh, almost. There's still a lot. Can you guys see there's still a massive amount of short liquidations on top? We've only dipped our toe into the liquidation zone. So it still has a chance to go and grab all of this liquidity before we see a deeper correction to the downside. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Let me switch myself back on here. There we go. Veracity. Are we getting the rejection, or are we going to continue the momentum here to the upside? ADA still looks strong to the upside. 𝗖𝗿𝗆𝗽𝗁. Okay. I'm not panicked just as yet. I'm not panicked just as yet. Okay. I've planned the trades and I'm going to let them play out. Regardless of what I see on Bitcoin, I might enter a short. This is what I wanted to say. I might enter a short, okay, if I see some weakness to hedge against my longs. Okay, but at the moment, there's still a chance to come and grab a little bit more liquidity. And if we get acceptance back below again, and I see some bearish CVD against those pivots, I would say, okay, that's weakness. I think we're going to maybe make a deeper correction here to the downside and potentially go and fill that CME gap. Right. Let me go through some more comments over here. As long as people keep shorting, then liquidity will build above. Yes, definitely. God for the devil. Look at Crow. Look at Crow. Mr. Crow. Let's go look at Mr. Crow. CRO. I think that Crow has absolutely... Okay. It's not Crow that I'm thinking about. Crow, USDT. I do have it here somewhere. 20% to the upside. Ooh, absolute legend. Just want to see if it respects trends. I mean, it's not a pretty trend over there. Let's go into the 1 hour. I mean, it's absolutely rampaging here to the upside. Ooh. We spoke about this on Friday. We actually spoke about Crow breaking this trend, and it broke out successfully. But I mean, that was a nice trend. That was a nice trend to play. Break out to the upside. Okay. At the moment, it's just pumping, so it's a no trade. Right? You missed it. You missed it. You know, and it's not giving you those pretty breakouts to the upside. Okay. This one was pretty on the smaller time frames. That was a nice little breakout. But this one, it's a very, you know, I try and look for coins that has better trends. Where I can apply risk management and so forth. But while it's pumping, I'm not interested. So, Mr. Godfather, yes, Crow is absolutely pumping here to the upside, but it's a no trade for me. Okay, I don't FOMO into trades. You've missed it. And even the trend here, okay, not the prettiest, but it had the breakout, it had the retest, it did not claim the low. Okay, so if you played this breakout over here, you're targeting the highs, you had your stop below this low. Okay, you're reaching profit-taking areas. Almost. At the highs is your TP, right? That's your TP at the highs. If you took the trade here on Mr. Crow. Hey, bro, big fan of you. Can you please give us your thoughts on BeamX? Right. Why is the alarms going off everywhere? I'm trying to figure out where the alarms are coming from. Not sure where all the alarms are coming from. Okay. BeamX. Let's see. Oh, VRA. Man, it's not playing ball, but that's why we have a tight stop loss, legends. That's why we have a tight stop loss. VRA, not playing ball. ADA, still continuing, still showing strength. 𝗬𝗄𝗃 could potentially come and do a retest. XRP, still fine. Okay. FET, breaking down, breaking down. Am I going to get stopped out? Am I going to get stopped out? Right. Ooh, Atom, hold the trend, brother. Hold the trend. Hold the trend. Let's see. Let's see. It's obviously with this rejection here, legends. This rejection at the 1.618, okay, we need to start forming some bullish CVD, which we are. We are starting to form some aggressive bullish CVD. Right, can you guys see? So we have a chance. We have a chance. It looks scary. It's wiping out high leverage players, right? Against this low, can you guys see? CVD is absolutely just tanking down here at the moment. So we have a chance to potentially SFP from these lows and maybe get some momentum back to the upside. Right, let's see. Let's see. I don't think I've been stopped out of any of my trades just as yet, except for VRA. I'm stopped out of VRA. Okay. I'm still in XRP. I'm still in Atom. I am still in 𝗬𝗃. Right. That is exactly why you trade with good risk management and not more than what you can afford to lose. Because man, now what I'll do is I will adjust the strength ever so slightly to that peak and I'll wait again. Okay, it will still be bullish. I can tell you guys now, it will still be bullish. If VRA makes a higher low, it can go again, right? Where this was not the breakout, it wants to form that bullish continuation to the upside. Let's see if this is going to play out. Let's go through some more altcoin comments over here. Aiden took the short on BTC. I know it. I knew it. I knew it. Mr. Aiden is an absolute rock star. Okay. And for those of you, the pro members inside the Legends Pro community, they know I spoke about this level and you need to use it as an SFP level. And that's currently a beautiful trade here to the downside. Nice little short to hedge against any long that you've got open at the moment. I mean, yeah, I missed that. I didn't have my alarm set. If I did have my alarm set, or I noticed my alarm, there's my alarm, I didn't hear it, busy with other things, I would have definitely taken the short here to the downside to hedge against my longs. Okay, but I mean, let me just take that out. Let's see, we are still forming higher highs. Okay, the momentum is still to the upside. We have to acknowledge, based on the price action we see at the moment, we still have higher highs. Okay, we have a low, we have a higher low, we have a higher low, and even if price comes back down, it can still bounce and go and create a higher low. Right, so it's just a small little reaction here to the downside, but that is where I wanted to short at the 0.618. That liquidity, sorry, let me just go back here. That liquidity there to the upside looks to me that it's still unfinished business. Oof, it's still unfinished. Sorry, my head is in the way, legends. That liquidity is still unfinished there at the moment. Just want to go to the symbol. Yeah, I mean, on all the exchanges, we didn't even grab all of that, well, any of that liquidity. So we still have that liquidity pool over there. So I wouldn't be surprised if we still go back up to go and grab this liquidity. Right. Oops. Clicking on the wrong buttons over here. Cool. Legends, while we wait, okay. Ooh, Veracity, are you going to have a second attempt? ADA, still fine. My 𝗬𝗃 trade, still fine. XRP, still fine. Ooh, what did I do? What did I do? Let's put VET back in there. VET, still fine. Almost being stopped out. Still fine. Crow, that's the one which we've just looked. If you are inside the Crow trade, that's where you need to start taking profits. Yes, it can still extend to the upside, no doubt about it. But from a day trading perspective, this is usually where I start taking profits. Okay, you've claimed the high, you need to pay yourself because it could reject by the highs. It can still come and make a higher low for continuation, but it might not. It might reject. And then you're like, I was in such nice profits, I didn't pay myself as a trader. Okay. Oof, 25% here to the upside. Absolute monster. So Mr. Crow, nice little trade here to the upside. Inside of profit zone at the moment. I just want to look here on the larger time frames. It's absolutely just ripping. Just want to look at the daily. Wow, it actually looks like it wants to come and claim this high. Okay. I would expect a rejection here by 16 cents. That is an obvious resistance zone in this zone over here. So if you are trading Crow, I would definitely look at that as a TP area, and we're almost there. So I would leave some of that position open because it looks like it just wants to continue to this resistance area. Okay, and even potentially coming to claim the high. Okay. That liquidity was not there yesterday. That build-up from people with high leverage shorts. Yes, I mean, I've often seen liquidity like this, okay, that's not there. And then all of a sudden you hit an important Fibonacci level and everyone jumps into a short. And when everyone jumps into a short, perhaps you're going to get those double tops, okay, just to wipe them out. And then you continue to the downside, right? Just want to close this. Close this. Close this. Right, legends. Remember, if you'd like to come and trade with me, down in the description, I've got Bluffin, no KYC, and here's the link for the competition to go and register. Okay. There's still 23 hours left before the competition starts, right? Let's make the best of it. Okay, legends, what I want to do is I want to focus quickly a little bit on the larger time frame, just to see that from a probability perspective, what can we still expect? Have we reached the top? Okay. I see there are some people that's calling for the top, right, in the zone. And then we're going to go and make a much larger correction, even going down to claim $40,000. I do think that it has a lower probability, but we can go and analyze that now on the larger time frames. So for now, I just want to clean up the chart a little bit over here. Take this out the way. Okay, let's just clean the kitchen. Right. I see it going up more still. Too many people shorting. Yes, and I mean, you have to acknowledge, look, guys, just look at the trend. The trend is aggressive to the upside. It is up. You trade with the trend. It is still in your best interest to look for longs. You know, if you're a trader that's consistently trying to look for the tops, to look for the tops in an uptrend, you are trading the wrong way. Okay, you must trade with the trend. You must rather try and look for longs. Yeah, you know, using the D-line strategy, breakout after breakout after breakout after breakout. There was 4 trades inside of this zone, of which I've highlighted every single one, and they've all played out. Because it's in your best interest to look for longs, even with this 1.618 rejection over year. Yes, it can get nasty to the downside, but there's too many shorts entering. Okay, why? How do I know? Liquidity is obviously one of them that I can see that there's a lot of shorts entering. Can you guys see? A lot of shorts entering at the moment, but I can also see it on CVD. Massive shorts entering at the moment. Massive shorts with high leverage positions. And what does that mean? You're going to go wipe them out. And it looks like Bitcoin, it's on its way, successful SFP here from the lows. And it's going to go wipe out that liquidity. Devil, do you trade any BeamX at the moment? Right. I know you've asked for some BeamX. Let's go check it out. Go back here. BeamX. No, I'm not trading any BeamX. USDT, let's go check it out. Somewhere on Binance, it has the highest amount of volume. I know everyone has their favorite altcoin. Yeah, it has these weeks that I don't like. Okay, from a day trading perspective, I don't like that. Anywho, we have left the range. You want to do it from there? We are currently, okay, so for BeamX to stay bullish yet to the upside, you don't want to see a deviation. Okay, this needs to hold. The value area high needs to hold. If BeamX is going to have any chance for continued momentum here to the upside, the value area high needs to hold, because the probabilities increase once you get acceptance back inside the value area high. You are going to most likely claim the low again or bounce on the point of control. And here you can see another deviation. You got acceptance back above, you bounced on the point of control. So I would say 19 cents has to hold for Beam to have a chance on the larger time frames to still find upwards momentum. And the next area of resistance, if it can hold 19 cents over here, I do think that it has a high chance to come and claim these highs. Okay, and that's potentially a nice little trade here to the upside. Spot trade, no leverage trade. You build a position in that zone. You know, you want to keep your stop loss here inside the value area, because you know if it's going to get acceptance back inside the range, right, it's most likely going to go back to the point of control. So Mr. Beam, it looks bullish here to the upside. Okay, also on the weekly time frame, I mean, that is an obvious area of resistance. Okay, obvious area of resistance. And it has closed, it does look like it has closed a weekly candle outside of the value area range. And this looks actually like a beautiful retest. Okay, you have a weekly candle close above. That is a very bullish sign, and it looks like it's just done the retest. So, you know, you can get that wick down and it gets bought up very quickly, but you don't want to see any high time frame candle closes below. So that is kind of what I'm seeing here on Mr. BeamX. On the smaller time frames, it doesn't have a pretty trend. Okay, it's very young, it's still fresh, it doesn't have a beautiful trend, but let's see if it respects this trend. Okay, XRP ADA army, let's go, smash the like button. Yes, I am in an XRP trade here at the moment. High chance of being stopped out, but I mean, there's always a high chance of being stopped out, legends. I'm just applying my trading strategy. As a trader, that's all I do, right? I apply my trading strategy. I have a beautiful trend. It has 3 touches, 1, 2, 3. Broke out at the 4th touch. Stop goes below the lows, and I'm targeting the highs over here. And you can get, okay, you can take your fib from the highs to the lows and pay yourself at the 0.618. If I get stopped out, okay, I wait for the next trade. But I have proven that this strategy is successful even if you get stopped out a couple of times using, you know, watching the Back to the Future live stream that I've done. So inside of my live stream section, you guys will see that I have done, okay, go to my YouTube channel just to show everyone. If you haven't seen it, go under live on my YouTube channel, go to live, scroll down until you see a purple thumbnail that says Back to the Future. Okay, still losing money trading? Watch this. I've actually used the D-line strategy and I've back tested it to show you, yes, you can get stopped out. Not every trade is a successful trade, but you still win more than what you lose. And that is how you stay profitable as a trader. So even if I get stopped out from all the trades that I took today, okay, consistency is key. I will apply the same strategy to the next trend line breakouts that I do see, and then the profits will make back all the losses plus more. Okay, so I'm still in the XRP trade, still in the ADA trade, which still looks bullish here to the upside. Literally just left a week behind. Atom, still not stopped out. Okay, maybe it's just retesting here at the moment. We'll see. Mr. Fetch, did I get stopped out? No, I'm still not stopped out on Mr. Fetch. Okay. Right, legends. Let's go through some more comments. Hey, Devil, what do you think the Bitcoin price will be in the next bear market? Well, it depends. It really depends on the bull market, right? I need to see how high price is going to go so that I can work out targets for the bear market. It's all to do with Elliott wave theory. $10,000 I don't think we'll ever see again, okay? Because everyone is even called for $10,000 during the current bear market that we went through, and we didn't get it, right? We didn't get $10,000. Right, legends. I want to go here onto the daily time frame on Bitcoin. I can delete these trends, and there's two scenarios I want to discuss, and the one scenario is actually reaching TP areas, okay? The one scenario I want to discuss is it not that one, bearish, bullish, is this one over here. We are starting to approach a major TP level, and I kind of feel that price is not going to slow down until we hit $85,000, 447. Why is this area so important? Because this is a fifth wave target. A very common fifth wave target, I might add. So I wouldn't be surprised if price continues to pump here to the upside until we hit $85,000, 447. And then all the Elliotians that are watching this area, okay, and that's basically you take a fib from the low, a fib extension from the low to the high of 3 to the low of 4. And then you get your 0.618 fib extension target for your fifth wave, right? I wouldn't be surprised if we hit this level and we do get a reaction and it starts consolidating here to the downside. And it's going to make a lot of people believe that the bull market's over, which is a possibility, right? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 impulsive waves to the upside, of which the 0.618 is a common fifth wave target. But I mean, what a boring bull market, legends. What an insanely boring bull market if Bitcoin, if we're going to start creating a bear market after we hit 85,447, right? I would like price to get the reaction to the downside, still form a higher low for continuation back to the upside. This will make a lot of people believe that the bear market is starting, only to form a nice little bullish structure for continuation back to the upside, because there is a more bullish scenario that I'm keeping an eye on. But if we are going to consolidate below the 0.618, and we start creating a massive consolidation area, we do start increasing the probabilities that this could be the high for now. So now that we are getting this nice little pump here to the upside, I just want to highlight to everyone that this scenario is still very much in play. And the target over here is $85,000, 447. And we are almost there. Okay. Can like to be almost there. So it looks like price wants to continue to this target. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think that that's that is where we're going to start the bear market? Because looking at the structure, you guys have to remember 5-wave structure to the upside. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 impulsive waves to the upside. You get a 3-wave corrective structure to the downside, which can still be bullish, but this can be considered a bear market, right? Where you do not take the low, you create a higher low, and then you create another impulsive 5-wave structure to the upside. So we just have to consider, what if, when I look at this structure, okay, what if this is a big one, sorry, let me redo that. What if this is a big 1, 2, and 3 to the upside, where we're still going to reject over here, make a 3-wave corrective structure, bounce here, maybe if I take a fib here from the lows to the potential high over here, okay, you could still bounce here on the 382, 50%, 618, 0.786. This will be considered a bear market, right? But the bounce from this zone over here will still be incredibly bullish for Bitcoin to the upside, where it does not take the low. So to answer that person's question that asked, how low do you think the bear market can go? Well, I'm telling you now, if we get a rejection, yeah. If we reject, yeah, and we make a three-wave corrective structure, the lowest target for this little bear market over here is $30,867, which will still be incredibly bullish for Bitcoin. Okay, but now you might say, well, what a boring bull market, right? We only literally have how much? We have 3.82% to go, and then the bull market is finished. How boring is that? Okay, so depending on how price reacts in this zone, if it's going to shoot up here, form a small little bull flag, and continue momentum here to the upside, this is where this scenario starts reducing in probabilities. Okay, and then we could have a proper bull market on our hands where this scenario starts kicking in. And for this scenario, I have to go to the log scale, okay, because it gets quite aggressive to the upside. And this is the most conservative targets that I have. This scenario can get very punchy to the upside, where we're basically looking at a 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Can you guys see 1, 2, 1, 2? And now, based on all these 1, 2 structures in here, it can give you the momentum to go and finish a third wave around about $166,000. Then maybe we come back for a fourth wave to $89,000. So what you basically want to see is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. And it can go as high as $300,000. 280. So if you're asking me, what do you think is the most bullish target? Even from a conservative perspective that I'm looking at over here, it's a potential $280,000 Bitcoin. So this to me looks like a better bull market here to the upside. But it all depends on how price is going to react there at that $85,000 area. Right, let's go through some more comments. Counting from the bottom of BTC to the top all time, my last count was showing 5 waves up. A retrace could take us to 88 FIP of all time low to high. That must be 10K levels. Okay. Yes, there are some bearish case scenarios as well. Okay, I do apologize about my face appearing and disappearing. I've got some technical issues that I need to sort out. I don't have time to download the software to sort that out. I'm new to trading and have invested $800 in XRP and $200 in ADA. Please, any advice would be appreciated. Chandray, I'm not sure what advice you would like. Okay, I'm not sure where you bought. Ooh, okay. That's why you let the trade play out. ADA is still continuing here to the upside. Veracity, okay, it could potentially still break out and continue where it's now made a higher low, right? It could still be bullish here to the upside. I got stopped out, but I will definitely re-enter if we break the trend. ADA, absolute monster here to the upside. Coty, still created a higher low. I'm not stopped out. I'm still inside of the trade. XRP, okay, it's a little bit slow to the party. Maybe it's still going to give us that momentum. Oh, I actually have ADA open here twice. 𝗖𝗿𝗃𝗃. Let's go look at 𝗖𝗿𝗃𝗃. It's actually a successful trade that played out here on 𝗖𝗿𝗃𝗃. Okay. I spoke about it last week. Entry, stop below this week. Okay, claiming the high. I mean, what an insane trade. 13% trade with 2x, 3x leverage. That's absolutely insane. Okay, let's see here. This could be the formation of the new trend. So now you wait. You sit on your hands and you wait. That could be the new trend that's forming over there. Okay, you can take that out the way. That trade played out. Chandray, I bought at 85 cents both. Okay, you bought 88 at 85. 58, sorry, 58. 58. Oh, you bought, yeah, at my entry. right? You need to decide whether you want a spot bag or whether you are a day trader. If you are not familiar with day trading, you do not know technical analysis, I would say you are an investor, right? And what you want to do is you want to wait for dips to buy up the dips from an investment perspective. When I look at ADA here on the larger time frames, let's just go and work. I mean, it is absolutely exploded here to the upside, right? And this is usually where unexperienced people get in because they wait. They're too scared to buy over here. Okay. This is where I bought or I added. And I'll be honest with you guys, I added here. I think I added ADA there. I bought ADA here in this zone. I bought more ADA over here. I bought ADA, a lot of ADA, and some of my favorite altcoins, 5th of August. I will never forget that date. The 5th of August, it was a very scary date for me to buy altcoins because no one wanted to buy altcoins on the 5th of August when we had that bloodbath to the downside, right? From an investment perspective, you have to discipline yourself to say that when it feels the most uncomfortable to buy from a bearish perspective, okay, that is where you scoop it up. You scoop up your favorite altcoins when it makes lows. You scoop up the lows. If you buying over here, yes, you could potentially still have a great entry because the momentum can go all the way up to $2 or $3. But after a pump like this, you would expect at some point a little bit of a deeper correction and then continuation to the downside. And that's where you want to buy. Okay. It's just because I have bought over here. Okay. And over here, let's say during this entire consolidation to the downside, because I've bought over here and I have an entry price around about 30 cents, I'm now enjoying the momentum to the upside. I don't have to stress about, okay, I bought at 58 cents. What now? I just want to see something here. Okay, let's just zoom out and look at the larger perspective. What I do see here on ADA, okay, so maybe a little bit of good news is I just want to take this fib extension out the way. No, not that one, the other one. Let's take this one out the way. Looking at the larger structure, when you take a fib from the highs, from the all-time highs to the lows, this is where things become a little bit more interesting. Because even if you're buying ADA where it is right now, considering that you have the guts and the courage to hold on to it even if we get a pullback, because you might get a decent pullback here to the downside to 36 cents, 35 cents, okay? And you do not cash out, okay? You maybe add a little bit more to drag your entry down, because I do see the potential for ADA to come and claim the highs, and to come and claim these pivots all the way to the upside and at least the 0.618, okay, at $2. It really has the potential to build up strength over here. Looking at this wave, it can form a third wave here to the upside, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To potentially even come and claim the highs. It depends on how aggressive the third waves get, because the third waves, they do like 618 targets. It can go to the 1.618, 2.618, 3.618, 4.618. It just depends on how aggressive the momentum gets here to the upside. But at a minimum, the minimum bullish target that I see over here is $1.3. So you potentially still have a great entry if we do get a pullback and you can hold on and not, FOMO out of the trade, and then price continues here to the upside, and then you ask me the same question again. Okay, I bought ADA at $1.3. Do you think it still has some upwards momentum? Because then the probability starts decreasing because you've already lost out on most of the momentum that is more guaranteed. Never ever is anything guaranteed, but more guaranteed than, claiming the highs above. So looking at this structure and where price is at the moment, there is still potential for upside. That's what I'm trying to get at. And I know I took a long way to get there, but it still has potential for $1.2 as a minimum for me. Minimum target, $1.2. And by all means, it has the potential to come and claim the highs and even go to higher levels. We don't know, right? Like when we had this dip here to the downside, we didn't know where price was going to turn around. And that is why I kept on buying the dips, speculating on a 1, 2, third wave here to the upside. And the third waves can get crazy. You guys can see this pump to the upside. That is third wave price action. So when I zoom in here, you guys think that this was crazy here to the upside? You're going to wait and see what happens over here. Third waves, if this is a 1, 2, okay, that was the low of 2. 1, 2. And we are creating a third wave here to the upside. You can see with this candle, right? It just leaves you behind. If you didn't buy, you try and FOMO into the trade. That is what third waves do. And third waves also has the most amount of volume. And it's already, and I mean, we haven't even claimed the highs, and we already have such a significant amount of volume over here, right? So it has the potential. I can go and measure this out quickly, which I've done. So taking a fib extension from the low, the lowest point that I see over here, to the high, to the low, the 1.618 is a very common third wave target. So if you draw this out using a Elliot wave tool, so let's say this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. That is the most conservative targets that I see for ADA. So if you feel as an investor, you need to do your own research that this is a good entry for potential profit taking over there. Don't get scared when it makes a correction to the downside. It creates a higher low for continuation. Okay. Because, and the reason I say that is I do see people FOMO into their favorite altcoins because they were too scared to buy over here. And then when you get a correction to the downside, they sell because they can't take the loss. And then price pumps again, and then they buy the highs again. Don't be that person that keeps on buying the highs and selling the lows. You need to hold on. Right? Even if you're underwater. And I can tell you guys now, I took a lot of flack inside of the YouTube comments of some of people while we were falling down here, while price was falling down here, and I kept on saying I'm buying the dips because we could punch up. Okay, I'm buying the dips because we could punch up. Every time I bought the dips, I got people posting comments on my YouTube channel saying, laughing at me, saying, you just bought the dip, we went lower. You just bought the dip, we went lower. Well, now I can tell you who's laughing now, right? Because I know this feels very uncomfortable to buy from an investment perspective. And I can tell you guys now, even if we went lower, I would have still been buying the dips, because at some point you are going to reverse. You can't just go down and never go up. At some point, you have to reverse. And this is why it's so important to buy up the dips. And now I'm benefiting. I'm now nicely in profits because my entry price is around about the 35-cent level. My average entry price. And if we get another dip here to the downside, just FYI, if let's just play out this scenario. If Bitcoin, okay, because I mean, Bitcoin is going to drag everything down with it. If this is going to be the high for Bitcoin, let me do that. At $85,000, 400, let's just play this out. If this is going to be the high and it falls down, guess what? I'm going to accept the knock on the chin and I'm going to still keep on buying up the dips. And if it goes down, I will be buying up the dips because that's what you do from an investment perspective. That is not trading. That is investing. You buy the dips and you enjoy when you get the green dildos to the upside. Okay, but I will let you guys know where I start. When I start taking profits on my spot bags, I will let you guys know. Okay, but you can never time the tops perfectly, but there can like to be some indicators that we can use. Okay, to cash out more or less at the tops. Oh, ADA, Mr. ADA, trade playing out too. I just want to check my trades here on Bluffin. Okay, I still got Veracity. I still got, oh no, Veracity, I got stopped out. Sorry, apologize. I still got ADA running 30% in the profits. Nice, nice. Right? Just, we just went fishing. We threw in this rod didn't play out, got stopped out. Another attempt potentially. So we're pulling back the rod. We're putting fresh bait on. ADA, nice little breakout. 𝗖𝗍𝗍𝗍, not doing much. XRP, still in the trade. Okay, so you basically, you're casting your rods, and some of them is going to run and some of them is going to do nothing. Atom, I'm still in the Atom trade. Am I still in the Atom trade? Yes, I'm still in the Atom trade. I'm still in the XRP trade. I'm still in the ADA trade. Okay, so it has potential for still upwards momentum over here. So right, legends, that's basically what I wanted to discuss here on the larger time frame. Okay. Let's see. I mean, this is an important target. I'm going to put a line there and just call it the red. Let's call it the red 0.618, and we call it fifth. Let's call it macro fifth wave target. Right, and I'm going to put an alarm on that thing because I think, you know, if we hit that level, I do think that we're going to get a reaction. So that could be a nice little short to the downside. If you're a bear and you want the best shorting level and you are still speculating that this isn't a bull market, that's the level you want to short, right? That's the level you want to short. Let's go. Story of my life, Mr. Pac-Man. Dear World Legends wants dot and theta. Let's go. Yes, let's go. Let me drag this to, yeah, let's go dot. I am still bullish on dot. I can like to be very bullish on dot. And put an alarm. That could be a nice little continuation breakout to the upside. Let's go to the 12-hour. Just want to take stock of where we are. Oof, dot, you monster. I mean, you guys can see I've done a lot of scribble here on Mr. Dot. Let me just go and clean that up. Right, this was the trade. This was the trade that I spoke about. When did I speak about this trade? On Friday or Thursday. I think I spoke about this trade on Thursday. Okay. You play the breakout, okay, of this trend. You play the breakout. I know it's a far stop loss. I told everyone it's a far stop loss, but the risk reward is definitely worth it. A 3.34 risk reward, a spot trade, not a leverage trade, okay, because you will liquidate your account if you attempt this on leverage, okay. The stop loss is 14% away. So if you 10x this position, you liquidate it. But I mean, it's nice. It's getting a nice little pump here to the upside. It's left the bearish structure. It's currently breaking trend here to the upside, and it's on its way. The only resistance area, the most obvious, let me call it that, the most obvious resistance area that I see, you always look to the left, always. This is why I'm liking to trade altcoins at the moment, because Bitcoin is in price discovery, right? The altcoins still has price action that can show us resistance to the left. So the area of resistance that I see here is a tiny one over there, but the most obvious one is at the weekly point of control. So when I zoom into or zoom out to show everyone and just wait for price action to load up, the fixed range from this entire range that we've been in here since we started consolidating over here, okay, we have a weekly point of control, and you guys can see how beautifully this level has been respected. We broke out, it offered support. Okay, we had the rampage to the upside. Support, and then we lost it. Resistance. So you guys get the deal. That's a very important level. And I have a hunch, okay, nothing's ever guaranteed, but I think ADA or dot is going to continue until it hits $6.4. Yes, you can get retracements along the way. That's absolutely normal because nothing happens in a straight line. You can get, you know, waves to the upside. You can get waves, but I think this is going to be a rejection point at $6.4. So if you played this breakout, and this is why I highlighted this trade, I think there's a high chance for DOT to come and claim $6.4 at the weekly point of control. And then you might get the rejection and it builds up strength to punch through. I don't think DOT is going to do this with the first attempt. I don't think so. Technically, I think it has a low probability to just pierce through with the first attempt. I think it could continue, maybe get a rejection, form a higher low, and then try again. And it will most likely pierce it with a second attempt to the upside. But I do see this as a rejection zone. Just want to see something here out of curiosity. If I fib extend this thing, not much confluence, Okay. I'm just trying to play this out to say that, well, if I take a fib from the low to the high, it's such a deep retracement, but I mean, it's the rule. If we speculate of what if this is a 1-2, okay? Very deep retracement, but it didn't take the low. If this is a 1-2 and this is part of the third wave here to the upside, okay? We can now say that if I take a fib extension from the low, fib extension, not fib retracement, trend-based fib, okay, from the low to the high to the low that we've made, what does look interesting is the third wave usually has a very common target of the 1.618. So if this is 1, 2, and this is still part of 3, okay, you could get a rejection before you hit the point of control and then complete the fifth wave. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It usually rejects by the 2, okay, just using this method that I'm using now. It leaves those little wicks above like it did over here. Then it makes it larger, ABC. It creates a higher low compared to these lows, and then it punches through. So if I have to try and forecast how this could play out, so you could get a 5-wave structure here to the upside, which is bullish. You get your ABC corrective structure, which is a 3-wave structure to the downside. It forms a higher low, and then it smashes it, because this could then be 1, 2, 3, and the third wave can be very punchy to the upside. And you guys can see this is now third wave action over here inside of this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, what is Bitcoin doing here? Still creeping here to the upside. Okay, punching through the liquidity. Just want to see what is cooking here with Bitcoin. Ooh. Trend base. Okay. I want to see if I see any weakness here. We had the bullish CVD to come and claim the high. I don't see, this is interesting. I actually see bullish CVD, local bullish CVD as price is dropping here against this pivot. Okay. Remember, in an uptrend, okay, bullish CVD is your friend, right? And in a downtrend, bearish CVD is your friend. As long as Bitcoin is trending to the upside, it's always more important to find bullish CVD. And I've got some alarms going off once again. Mr. Atom. What is Mr. Atom doing here? Retesting the trend again. No man, Atom. No man, Atom. Let's see how this plays out. Right, let's go through some more. Target for DOT. Okay, let's do that quick. Target for DOT. Let's zoom out. Look at this entire structure. Ooh. Let's go on to the daily. I'm waiting for price to load up here. Okay, target for DOT is, I mean, I actually want to go into the weekly. The weekly shows you the obvious targets. Okay, so from a weekly perspective, the most obvious target is the highs, the local highs over here. So let me take some boxes. That is an obvious target right over there. Okay, as a TP, as a greater TP target. The next obvious target is the highs over here. Okay, because there's not much happening there, right? Price is going to, once it takes this high, once 88 takes this high, it's going to accelerate to the upside. There's not much resistance until you hit this point. Next target, and then the all-time high. Okay, so those for me are the obvious targets here to the upside. Also want to take a FIB retracement. Okay, round about the 50%. 618 doesn't really have much going on at the 618. Okay, just want to check something on the log scale. It does have that consolidation box. Right, there we have 618 confluence. But I think if it's going to take the 60%, it's going to claim that pivot. So these are the targets that I'm seeing on DOT. And I want to take a trend-based FIB from the low to the high to the low. Okay, so a conservative target that I see here for DOT that I think it could potentially reach if we do go and sustain this bull run here to the upside. It's all dependent on the price of Bitcoin, $25, okay, which is in confluence with this pivot. That's what I see here on DOT. But I mean, I will be taking profits on the way up, right? You have, I don't know if we're going to get, this to me is a more obvious target at the 1.618. $25. I do see a $25 DOT because, you know, it's never guaranteed that the altcoins, your favorite altcoins, are going to claim the highs, right? They might come up here and they reject miserably, make a higher low and then continue. Okay. So for me, $25 is a nice target on DOT. Weeks, yes, legends, down in the description, okay, of this live. Let me go back up. Okay, we're trading on Bluff. We are trading on Bluffin here at the moment. So if you're not trading on Bluffin and you would like an alternative, I also got weeks here, 3 simple steps. You get, I think they've got a different bonus running at the moment. I'll just confirm. I'll put the new link after the stream, but you also get the lowest fees by using my link down here. You get the lowest fees on weeks at the moment if you're looking for an alternative to 𝗖𝗄𝗄𝗍. Just want to see, oh, they've got a $20,000 bonus now, right? I need to go and update my description. $20,000 sign-up bonus here on weeks. Oh, and you also, by using the link down in the description, qualify for the lowest fees. If you go and Google weeks and you sign up by yourself, you're not going to get these fees to trade with. Okay, so you also benefit from that. And then Bluffin at the moment, I'm going to be focusing on Bluffin for the next couple of weeks for this competition that's happening here. Okay, this competition, beautiful, yeah, beautiful graphics that they put in here. And 22 hours and then the competition starts. So go register now. I've already registered on my different account. Okay, waiting, and I'm going to trade this aggressively. Okay, oh, still forming bullish CVD. Let's see if. Let's see. Is it going to take the low? Is it going to take the low? Is it not going to take the low? There can like to be some bullish CVD. And obviously, if it takes the low, it will invalidate the bullish CVD. Let's see how this plays out. Can you look at link? Have I not looked at link yet? Okay. Right. ADA is still doing fantastic. For some reason, ADA is showing a lot of strength. Small little pullbacks, but it's continuing the momentum here to the upside. It claimed this high. Okay, I'm going to take, I just want to see over here, if I take a FIB from the high to the low, yes, I'm going to start. I should have taken some profits by the 0.618 because that's part of my rules. Okay, I just pay myself as a trader. So I'm going to take some profits on ADA. Nice profits at the moment, even with this little dippy dip. I'm just going to pay myself as a trader because that's what I do, right? Even if we go higher, right? I need to pay myself. I need to pay myself. That's just what I do. I'm taking some profits here at the moment. Okay. Right. Just took some profits there on Mr. ADA. Let's see. Let's go through some more comments. Target for XRP by 2025. I think you guys are going to hate me and you're going to call me crazy if I show you my target for XRP. Okay. Let's go to XRP. I know you guys asked for link, but I have discussed link so many times. Okay, let's go to the daily time frame. Let me take you through XRP. This is why I bought the spot bag. I used to have a lot of XRP and I sold it and I bought Rune, Solana, Render. I think those three. That's what I bought. I made insane gains with those coins. So I don't regret that I sold my XRP for those coins, but then I bought again. And this is the reason I bought some XRP is because of what I'm about to show you. So let's go to the 3-day time frame because you need to zoom out for this little puppy over here. Okay. If, and this is all dependent on if Bitcoin is going to continue the momentum here to the upside, and we maybe create that 1-1-2 combo that I have spoken about. Okay. I see XRP as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I mean, this is a multi-year Elliott wave scenario that started here from 2014. And since 2018, up until where price is at the moment, it has formed a multi-year bull flag, which consists in Elliott wave theory of an A, B, C, D, E. That is where I have my invalidation for my spot bags at 57 cents. Okay. So if the scenario is going to play out, this is my most bullish case scenario that I have here on XRP. I expect a $7 to $10 XRP. And I know it sounds crazy and some people might say, do you know by how much the market cap has to increase for you to get an XRP at this level? I'm just saying it's Elliott wave theory, and this is what the technicals are telling me. Maybe something's going to happen. Maybe some incredibly bullish news is going to come out. Maybe they're going to sign a partnership with some bank or some financial institution. I don't have the answers. But what I can tell you from a technical perspective, once XRP leaves this flag to the upside, it's going to get extremely punchy over here. And this is my bullish target. Okay, $7.3. My conservative target. This is where I am most likely going to close my XRP bag and take profits. Maybe leave a moon bag open for higher levels, but you could get another rejection that comes back to retest the trend, and then it continues bear market, right? So my bullish case scenario for the end of the cycle, if the bull market continues to the upside, is a $7 to even a $12 XRP. Call me crazy, but that is what the technicals are telling me. Obviously, if XRP does not successfully break out and it fakes out and it taps my invalidation, I'm out. I'm out of XRP. I'm not interested. If it taps my invalidation, I'm not interested. Because then it will invalidate a double. So if you, in Elliott wave theory, when you have an A, B, C, D, E, the E wave is not allowed to take the C wave. The D wave is not allowed to take the B wave, and so forth, right? So now we have potentially finished the E wave, and you don't want to see us take the low at 38 cents. XRP should not take that low. And if it does take that low, this bullish Elliott wave scenario is out the door, and I'm out. And I will show you guys now here on the 4-hour time frame where I bought my XRP, where I got back in. Okay, I bought XRP at the 786 over here. So when I take a fib here from this low to the high, this is, to the high, more or less, this is where I bought XRP. And currently just enjoying the momentum here to the upside. If we take my invalidation, I'm out. It's as simple as that. So that was my spot bag entry. Okay. And I mean, it does have some leverage trades that could potentially play out. Okay. Man. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if it's going to hold. Let's see if it's going to hold the low. Okay. There is some red or green, purple volume in my case kicking in over here. What else? I'm not an XRP fan. In fact, the opposite, lol. Yes, I'm not an XRP fan at all. By no means, by no stretch of the imagination am I an XRP fan. But I trade the technicals. That's what I do. If it's, I don't care what it is, toilet paper, newspapers, whatever it is, if it has candles that goes to the up and to the downside and I can do technical analysis on it, I will trade it. It's as simple as that for me. Okay, so I mean, Bitcoin still getting the rejection. It has not reclaimed the 1.618 level. Still a lot of liquidity above, which it has not tapped just as yet. I'm looking for the refresh button. Let's see. And that liquidity for some reason is also drying up a little bit. Let's go here to the symbol, 𝗖𝗍𝘆𝗽𝗍. Okay, Binance. Let's look at Bybit. There's still a lot of liquidity above, right? But I mean, we have to acknowledge liquidity is not a real indicator for trading. It's just to give you an idea of what could potentially happen. And it has taken the lows. So the bearish C or the bullish CVD has now been invalidated. But I mean, it is getting aggressive. You can see that larger players are absorbing these shorts here to the downside. Because, I mean, look at blue against these pivots over here. Blue is just absolutely falling to the downside, already creating bullish CVD, confirming that the high can be taken. Okay, even if we come back down, we still create that higher low for continuation back to the upside based on the CVD that I see here at the moment. Okay, white is almost bullish against this pivot. Almost can like to be bullish against that pivot. So you can see what this is basically showing me is that smart money are still absorbing the shorts. Okay, that's the bullish sign that I see here at the moment. Smart money wants the price to still go up. Okay, and looking at the structure, we could find acceptance back above that low for a bullish sign, or we find continuation to the downside. I like these pivots for potential SFP, especially this one. I like this pivot. Okay, so when I take a fib from the low to the high that we've made, okay, you can see that pivot is also at the 0.618, where this will still be a bullish structure for continuation to the upside. Okay. I want to put I'm going to put an alarm over there. I want an alarm to go off because that would potentially be an epic long trade here to the upside. Fake liquidity. You think so? Fake liquidity. Yes. I mean, that's why I don't trade liquidity. Okay. And once again, legends, I just want to apologize. I see my face is like all stuck here at the moment. Okay, there's some software issues here on my camera. I'll sort it out after the live stream. Junkie, dopamine, devil, there are many projects with good fundamentals that haven't moved so much these days. What are your thoughts? Let's say Flux and Pond. Maybe they're just lagging behind. Okay, I can almost guarantee you, okay, while dominance is pumping here to the upside, you're not going to see much love from your favorite altcoins. But I can almost guarantee you, let's say dominance rejects here, okay, it makes a lower high. Let's just play this out, and it starts losing this trend. If it's going to break down here, retest this area as resistance, and it start losing, I can almost guarantee you every single altcoin that has a name is going to pump to the upside. Okay, I just like to trade the ones with higher liquidity, higher market caps, because it respects levels better. Fibonacci levels get respected. You know, I don't FOMO into trades with the launch of new meme coins and so forth. But I think, you know, your good fundamental coins like you've highlighted, and please do your own research in terms of how you define good as fundamental as being good, right? I think, you know, it's waiting. A lot of the altcoins that has not done anything to the upside, they're waiting for dominance to break to the downside. And this is going to be epic. This is going to be face melting price action from some of our favorite altcoins. While dominance is still inside of this channel, okay, just, consolidating up, it attempted to break out, it got acceptance back below. So technically you would expect a lower high over here and a breakout to the downside. And I can tell you guys now, once this happens, okay, the good fundamental projects are going to absolutely explode to the upside. But yes, you can see love at the moment is now with Bitcoin, okay? And that's why the alts are now taking a breather. This was actually the best time to trade the alts, okay? This little purple candle here to the downside, that was the best time to trade alts. Now that we're getting this little recovery bounce to the upside, it is going to slow down the popcorn effect on some of our alts because all the money is flowing back into Bitcoin. That's basically what it means. Okay, got stopped out of that one. ADA, still in that trade, took a little bit of profits. 𝗖𝗿𝘆𝗽𝗍, did I get stopped out? Maybe, got stopped out of 𝗖𝗿𝘆𝗽𝗍. XRP, this could potentially be a retest for continuation. Okay, it breaks the trend, it comes back for a retest, it continues. Let's see how that plays out. 𝗬liche, oh, there's nothing on 𝗬liche. Atom, man, can still create a higher low. It can still create a higher low and continue. Let's see if this plays out. Okay, this is why we have stop losses. Let's see. FET got stopped out. And right, but legends, I cannot wait, okay, for dominance to properly get a dump here to the downside, because that is the momentum where you get very little stop outs and it just continues. Like most people, when they, for example, look at ADA, Veracity, DOT, okay, if you go here onto the larger time frames, it just looks like one long candle here to the upside. It doesn't give you any chance to get in. It's just pumping. It looks like one solid almost candle here to the upside, especially on the larger time frames. Okay. And if you can catch these breakouts at these lower points when it has pullbacks, and there was another breakout and another breakout, and there was another breakout, where my alarm is still there, I can actually take that out. Okay, that's where I played another breakout on ADA. At some point during the structure, here to the upside, okay, you are going to start getting stopped out. Then you know that the momentum is slowing down and you could be forming a larger consolidation and then continue the momentum to the upside. Then you want to trade this breakout. You want to be there for that breakout. So I don't mind getting stopped out of these trades. I really don't mind, because it could potentially give me a much better entry. And then you make back all those losses plus more in the bags. Okay. And remember, if you'd like to come and trade this with me, Bluffin, my #1 exchange at the moment that I'm going to be using to trade this competition, down in the description. This is where you register for the competition. Let's kill it. There's still 22 hours left. Okay. Is it getting acceptance back above? Bitcoin, do you want to get acceptance back above? Okay, I don't see any weakness just as yet, right? It has a chance. It's not convincing for me to get acceptance back below this pivot, but it has a chance. There's insane bullish CVD against these pivots, and these pivots over here. It would be nice to get a little bit of a deeper correction before the bounce, but you just never know. I don't see any weakness. I still see shorts being absorbed by smart money at the moment. Okay. Let's go. Will DOT not reach all-time highs? I don't know. Okay. As a technical trader, I have levels and I know where to take profits. But it can reach all-time highs and go to much higher levels. There's unfortunately no one in the world that can say for certain whether any altcoin will reach its all-time highs. Okay. It's all dependent on fundamentals, Elliot wave, where it is inside of the cycle. Like XRP, for example, here on the 3-day chart, it was in a multi-year bull flag, and that is why it never claimed the highs. Okay. This is why people lost faith in XRP over here, because if you look at this structure, it was forming on the macro perspective, okay, it was forming A, B, C, D, E. Massive bull flag. Everyone got bored, lost interest in XRP while the court case was going on, and there was so much uncertainty inside of this project. But now, all of the sardines, it has a chance to break out, okay, and finally reach the all-time go and claim the all-time highs here at $3.4. It has the potential to do that now, right? So I don't know what the probabilities are for DOT, for Algorand, for whichever coin you are looking at, for ADA. Okay, yes, it can definitely go and claim the all-time highs, but I cannot say for certain. I cannot say that. No one can say that. Not even the people that work on the DOT project will be able to tell you whether it's going to reach all-time highs. It depends on the health of the project. It depends on whether people are interested in buying up the project. It's supply and demand at the end of the day, right? You have massive demand, price goes up. Okay. So fundamentally, I believe that it has a chance, but I cannot say for certain. I believe that DOT has a chance to go and claim the high because it is a good fundamental project. 𝗬𝗍𝘆𝗽, what are your realistic thoughts about what Doge can do more from now on? Let's go look at Doge. It is one of the very few meme coins that I do have in my bag. I have Brett, I have Doge. So, I mean, the one obvious target that I do see here for Doge is to go and claim the all-time high. It has the chance to go and claim the all-time high at $76. That is what I see. Very simply put, Doge has the potential to go and claim 76 cents. Very close to the all-time high, okay? The momentum here is to the upside. I like this curve over here. It has broken multiple trends. It's broken this trend. It's broken this trend. It's broken that trend. It's broken this trend. So the momentum is to the upside. Green volume is starting to kick in over here. So I would say realistically, from a conservative perspective, I'm looking at a 76 cents Doge. But I have to acknowledge that it can go higher. Okay, and that's why you take profits and you leave what we call a moon bag open for higher levels. Because if this is, okay, looking at the structure over here, if this is a 1, 2, and it's busy building a third wave here to the upside, that is considered a minimum target for a third wave, the 1.618, which ironically has perfect confluence with the highs. I mean, how does the planets not align over there, right? At the highs, you have the 1.618, which is in confluence with the 1, 2, 3. But then you still expect a 4 and a 5 to $1.30, okay? And then maybe once this conservative structure plays out, you'll have an ABC and go back into the bear market. But then what you want to see is a higher low and then an explosive third wave here back to the upside. So that is the conservative targets that I see here on Doge. But, okay, there's a rule in Elliot wave theory that states the third wave, this wave that is busy forming here at the moment, has a general minimum target of the 1.618, but they can go to the 2.618. They can go to the 3.618. All the 618 targets that I have over here up until the 5.618, I have not seen many coins go higher than that. That's why it's my maximum target. It can get punchy. Like literally it can, I mean, hello, can you guys see this? Look at this. It can get punchy. And if I measure this wave out, if I take a fib extension to see, well, where did that one go? From the low to the high to the low, it went all the way to the 3.618, more or less, okay? It went here to the 3.618. Can you guys see that? So it's not to say, so this target here at the highs at 76 cents for me is a conservative target, because if it goes to the 3.618 again, you're looking at a $12 Doge, but you don't know. right? We don't know where it's going to go. You just need to pay yourself as a trader on the way up, or as an investor. So that's basically what I see here on Mr. Doge. Take that out the way. And this really does look very bullish. Okay, I like this bounce. I like this structure and this bounce very, very much. This is on 5th of August. Yes, that was on the 5th of August. That's where I bought Doge. On the 5th of August. That is where I bought Mr. Doge over there. So I'm currently just enjoying the momentum here to the upside. And I will take some profits by the 76 cents level, even if it goes higher. Okay, that's just part of my trading strategy. I also like the volume increasing here at the moment. Really like the green volume kicking in here. 𝗬𝗍𝘆𝗽, what are your realistic thoughts on Doge? Okay, I've gone through that. Rado, Andy, TQ, Theta. You guys want to see Theta? I do have a spot bag of Theta. I like Theta and 𝗖𝗍. I like them both. For some reason, to me, they go together. I don't know why. I don't know if they fundamentally go together. I don't know why, but when I think of Theta, I think of 𝗖𝗍, and when I think of 𝗖𝗍, I think of Theta for some reason. Okay. Ooh. Okay, let's first do the analysis here on the weekly time frame. Okay, conservatively. Ooh. Quite interesting to see that Theta got a rejection here by the 50% FIB level. But I mean, this is also very, very, very bullish. From this low to the high, can you guys see that it made a higher low? That is what's important. Looking at this wave, it made a higher low, which increases the probabilities that you could be forming a wave 3 to the upside to go and take the high. Okay, that's the structure that I'm keeping an eye on. Bringing Elliott wave theory into it, because that's how Elliott wave theory works, right, guys? You have a 5 impulsive structure to the upside, 5 waves impulsive structure to the upside. I mean, wave 1, yes, can have a deep retracement, not deeper than the 0.786. But now when I look at this structure here on Theta, okay, you can take a trend-based FIB from the low to the high, and you can go and work out your conservative target, which is taking the highs. Okay, can you guys see the 1.618? I mean, call me crazy, but Theta has the chance to go and claim the highs based on this target and based on this wave. It has the potential to go and claim $19, Mr. Theta over here. And I know when Theta starts running, it really starts running. You guys know that. It does like 50, 100% in a day, on a week. You know, it just goes like a rocket to the upside. When Theta gets going, it really gets going. So, I mean, yeah, there's still a lot that needs to happen for Theta to reach that, to reach that level. But I mean, we have to, when I look at these altcoins and I'm giving you guys these targets, you have to take it with the cap of that the bull market is going to continue to the upside, because there's no bullish targets at the highs if Bitcoin is going to reject by $85,000 and we start a bear market, like I've highlighted on the higher time frames. Okay. Because then what you would most likely see is a lower high, okay, and you fall back down. I mean, I know we all want to be bullish and, you know, work out the target. So for now, during this live stream, I am working out the bullish case scenarios, but there are always bearish case scenarios as well. You guys have to remember. So if you do have a Theta bag, which I bought on the 5th of August, well, I didn't buy, I actually bought during the whole bear market. Okay, I've loved Theta since the start. I bought Theta during this entire phase over here. I even bought Theta here, and I bought Theta here. I bought on the 5th of August. So I'm currently just enjoying the momentum here to the upside, and it's a long-term investment bag for me. Theta for me are one of those coins that I will potentially hold on for the next 20 years, okay? 10 to 20 years. I'm not planning to sell any Theta. It's one of those long-term bags that I'm holding on to. But I am expecting a $19 Theta, at least And then, like I've mentioned, guys, what I see over here, what if? Okay, this is now a big what if. Things can get really, really crazy. What if this is a 1, 2, and this is the start of a third impulsive wave here to the upside? And how I would work that target out, okay, things can get really crazy. We just have to now say, okay, well, we've got a maximum target, a $19 target over here. But if things get really, really crazy, dare I even draw this, okay? Ooh, my word. Can it be? Can it be that this will happen? I mean, legends, this is now being absolutely monstrous here to the upside, okay? But if this is a larger wave 1 and this was a 2 over here, purely based on Elliott wave theory, where the 1.618 is a common third wave target, things can get really crazy here to the upside. Really, really crazy. I mean, I don't even want to show you guys this because you guys are just going to say, I'm going to stop following this guy. He's smoking his socks. Okay. I just want to say, see, yeah, this is in the FIB extension. I am on the logarithmic. $11,000. Can it be? It's $111,000. That's absolutely insane. I don't think that's going to happen during this bull cycle, to be honest. I don't think. Maybe in 20 years we will get here, right? But I don't think during this bull cycle this is going to happen. But this is why I have a long-term spot bag on theta, because I do see the potential for these crazy numbers, believe it or not. I do see the potential for these crazy numbers. Long term, 2020, 30, 35, not now, not during this bull cycle. We might come and claim these highs during this bull cycle, come back down during the bear market, then continue back up. I think this is a long-term target. This to me is not this bull cycle target, 2025. I don't think so. Yes, maybe, I don't know, but it's the market cap. Can you imagine how much money around the world has to flow in here for this to hit this target? I do see it happening in the future, but not now. Right. So being conservative over here and not, batshit crazy, to be blunt, I would gun for this target. Okay, 1.618, $20. Let's gun for $20, Mr. Theta. True indeed. Only time will tell, Deerwold. Most kind. Thank you, legend. Rado, it's absolute pleasure. Deerwold, injective for the community. INJ. I'm not sure. Do you guys get INJ around the world? The fish company that makes fish food. Let me go back here onto the regular. Just want to see what is cooking here on the regular. Just want to see something. Yeah, trend-based FIB. 1, 2, 3. Okay, the corrective structure is really confusing. It didn't hit a maximum target or a minimum target, at least for me. So, I mean, let's go to the 3-day chart. Okay, so I mean, it has broken trend, obviously. You guys can see it's broken trend to the upside. Okay, and it's most likely going to come here to the high at $34, right? $34. It had a nice bounce here on the 786. So I'm looking at this wave from the low to the high, okay, which I actually have to drag this up a little bit, right over there. We have bounced on a bullish target. So if this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is a bullish structure, you have 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is a complex corrective structure to the downside, okay, where that was the low. And this is then a 1, 2, 3. It's busy with a third wave here to the upside. Okay, you guys know the deal by now. You take a FIB extension, trend-based FIB, trend-based FIB. I would even argue from these lows. Okay, let's be conservative. Let's take it from these lows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C, W, X, Y, whatever you want to call that corrective structure. I'm just going to be conservative and take it from those lows to the highs, to the lows. And injective, I see with my little eye, I spy a $90 injective protocol. If this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it can even go to $110. Okay. And I would say that is even possible during this bull cycle. But I will be conservative over here. I will, $91. And from a bearish perspective, okay, if this is an A, B, C to the upside, I see $61, $72, this box. From a bearish perspective, I at least see a rejection in this zone. From a bullish perspective, you're looking at $91. And from a maximum bullish perspective, where you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you can look at a $109 injective protocol. So it can get really punchy here to the upside. But I mean, as a minimum, the minimum target that I'm looking at for injective protocol is, let's call it $62. That's the minimum target. Hi, thanks for the updates. Could you please give guidance on your stop loss journey? Do you keep adjusting the 1% as your portfolio grows, or keep a certain fixed amount as risk? Yes, I never risk more than 1% per trade. Okay. And if I have multiple trades open, I could potentially say, okay, 0.5 for this trade and 0.5 for that trade. And then I have different portfolios on different exchanges as well. So I could have a rule that says, okay, I will never risk more than 1% per trade. And I can have multiple trades open on multiple exchanges where I'm risking 1% per trade on multiple exchanges. And when I say I'm risking 1%, it basically means that if I get stopped out, I don't lose more than 1%. But I could trade with 100% of my capital, but my stop loss will not stop me out with more than 1% of my capital. 1% is the number that I use for people that are still learning how to trade. If you've mastered trading and you are making consistent profits week after week, month after month, I have seen traders, even myself, I will even go to 2 or 3% of my capital. And when I have a triple plus set up where the planets align, okay, and it has such a high probability of playing out from an analysis perspective, I will even risk 5% for that trade. That's the max I will ever go, and it maybe happens once a month or maybe once every 2 months where I will risk 5% of my capital. Okay, but I don't like to talk about 5% or even 3% during these live streams. Because that is for experienced traders. I like the 1% number. It's easy to do calculations on. It's easy to remember. So your stop loss should not exceed 1% of your capital. Even though you can trade with 100% of your capital, you shouldn't lose more than 1%. Okay, what is Bitcoin doing? Right, legends. So just quick technical analysis here. I'll go through the comments now in a moment. Okay, just quick technical analysis here on Bitcoin is that I'm looking at this structure over here. And if we still do find downwards momentum here, okay, I like the pivot here by the 0.5, okay, for potential bounce to go and claim the high. And I also like this pivot way more in confluence with the 0.618 for a potential bounce. And I'm not saying that this bounce can definitely claim the highs. I do see this as a possible trade where you can even form a lower high, but I can make money with that little momentum. And maybe you go take it again, okay? So bouncing areas at the 0.618 in confluence with these two pivots. And I do see some insane bullish CVD building up. So it has the chance, if we successfully SFP from one of these two pivots, to go and claim the highs once again. Okay, I just want to see how the trades are doing here at the moment. Veracity got stopped out. ADA, I took profits. Okay, this is why it's important. When momentum starts turning around, it looks like momentum could be where you're forming a lower high, okay, and you could be coming down to form a lower low, right? And then that will be your new trend. And that's something that I just wanted to highlight, guys, okay? On the 15-minute time frame, okay, we are playing this breakout, okay? Definitely, it has the chance to go and claim the highs. The one thing that I like to do as a trader is I like to pay myself by the 0.618. Take some profits off the table. Yes, it has the potential to go and claim the highs. If it comes back down and it stops me out and it takes this low, okay, you have now officially formed a lower high and a lower low. Then what I do is I adjust my trend, because that's now your new trend that you have to wait for the breakout. Okay, if you get stopped out. But for now, this trade is still in play. So I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. Right. I might even de-risk myself here a little bit. I'm going to go and adjust my stop loss. I'm just going to de-risk myself there a little bit. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Just de-risking myself. I'm just tightening up my stop loss here over there. Just want to see something else. Just adjusting my stop losses. Atom, still in the Atom trade. Almost not stopped out yet, still in the Atom trade. What is Atom doing over here? You can see there's my stop loss. I'm not going to de-risk myself on this one. I'm just going to leave it to chop here at the moment. Very confusing price action. Let's see how this plays out. Let's go through some more comments. Thank you very much, 𝗬𝗆𝘆𝗽. Dias, always the best information. It's a pleasure, man. It's a pleasure. Rado 𝗬𝗆𝗆. In your opinion, which are the most important factors that determines the up or down of Bitcoin dominance? The most important factors. Sure. I'm not sure if this is going to answer your question, or maybe this is the answer that you are looking for. But what I have noticed is, if you look at Bitcoin, for example, okay, as long as Bitcoin is, let me do this. Structure will make more sense. Let's go to the weekly. As long as Bitcoin is forming its 5-wave structure to the upside, okay, the love will be with Bitcoin, meaning that when you look at Bitcoin over here on the daily time frame, when the pump, okay, need to zoom out for this one, take some of those levels out the way. Oh, what a beautiful rejection by the 618. Anyways, what I wanted to note over here, as long as Bitcoin, you see that pump, okay, dominance is with Bitcoin. I can just tell you now that all the money is flowing into Bitcoin to get that pump to the upside. And then again, during these correction phases, that's usually where you see some popcorn effects from some of your favorite altcoins. Money flows out of Bitcoin into the altcoins. But when you have these pumps to the upside, and especially this aggressive momentum to the upside, that is usually where dominance flows or goes up, because the love is with Bitcoin. The money is going into Bitcoin to give it the momentum to the upside. You need a lot of cash to move Bitcoin to the upside. Therefore, the dominance will go up, showing you that everyone is interested in Bitcoin. Okay. Also, when you look at this as a 5-wave structure to the upside, which is potentially almost done, okay, boring 5-wave structure, if we are going to get the rejection here by the 1.618, and Bitcoin hits that target. Okay, I'll go through that super chat in a moment. And Bitcoin hits this target, then, and it's usually, did you guys see during the previous bull cycles, if we have to play out the scenario now, if this is going to be the end of the 5-wave structure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if this is going to be the end, it doesn't mean that it's just going to do this. Okay, during each impulse, can you guys see, during each impulse, you have a correction and a consolidation. Impulse long, okay, this consolidation lasted for 7 months, okay, since March. Right? So after each impulse, you have a consolidation. And typically what happens is, if this is the last impulse for Bitcoin here to the upside, usually when Bitcoin has reached the top, okay, and it's close to the top, like what happened over here, that is where you see the insane price action from your favorite altcoins. Not necessarily during this stage. Yes, a rising tide raises all the ships, and this is why we're seeing some of the altcoins moving to the upside, but it's not face melting yet. During this initial phase here to the upside, we had an okay pump with some of our favorite altcoins, but it was when we reached this phase, when Bitcoin neared the top, that everything exploded to the upside. So it's usually at the tops where you get dominance drop to the downside. That's usually where you get the drop, because people from an Elliott wave perspective and your smart money knows that Bitcoin is exhausted. It's reaching its top, and then all the money goes into the altcoins because they have not reached their tops yet. So that is the best way that I can explain it, is to say that you need, the altcoins usually have their rampage to the upside when Bitcoin is at a topping level and inside of a consolidation level where the dominance drops to the downside. But I mean, more than that, it's not much else I can tell you. Okay, there's not a thing where I can say that, this has to happen for dominance to drop and that plays a factor, whatever the case might be. It's just based on past data. That's usually what happens. If you go and backtest some of your favorite altcoins, you will see that 90% of that altcoin's gain was made during this phase and this phase when Bitcoin reaches topping levels and it consolidates here. That's when the altcoins just goes crazy to the upside. Double figures every single day. You wake up your eyes, you see 20%. Next day, another 50%, another 20%, another 30%. They just keep on going to the upside during topping phases of Bitcoin. And this is where dominance also drops. When you go look at dominance, that's where dominance fell to the downside, because people get bored of Bitcoin and they go jump into the alts. That gives them more price action to the upside. It's the best way that I can explain it. It might not be the answer that you are looking for, but it's the best way that I can explain it here for you at the moment. Okay, I just want to see what is happening here on the smaller time frames. Are we getting the bounce? Okay, currently getting the bounce. Or it's building up a small little bear flag. Okay, this could be, highly speculative. This could be a little, you get the dump here to the downside, it builds up a bear flag, and then it falls to the downside. Or it's now getting acceptance back above, and it's going to go and claim the high. That would be good for ADA. That would be really good for the ADA trade. Okay. Unfortunately, no one can predict the market. It's just, you have to accept that. There's no one that can predict the market. The only thing that we can do as traders is apply our trading strategy with good risk management. Where am I putting my stop loss? Why am I entering the trade? Where do I plan to take profits? And based on the price action that you see in front of you, you apply your trading strategy consistently every single time. When you see the price action, you keep on applying your trading strategy. That is how you make money as a trader, because no one can predict the market. And if you can predict the market, you never have to work a day in your life. You can potentially make one trade and never even have to trade again. Thanks for the super chat, Diaz, Mr. Diaz. Thank you so much. I know you already gave your opinion in theta, but could you help me with something more short term, 2 to 3 days? I have a big long position playing out. Okay, so Mr. Tiago Diaz, I think that's how I pronounce your name. I'm not breaking you down in any way. It's just an opportunity for me to educate everyone else as well. If you have your little tool, okay, your toolbar, do you see that? Long position, short position, long position, short position, which is this tool over here. And you have your 3 W's. You have your W, W, W. When you plan your trade, to enter your trade, you have to know where are you going to put your stop loss. First W. Why am I entering the trade? Second W. Where am I going to take profits? Third W. If you cannot tick all 3 boxes, you should not enter the trade. Okay, and I'm not hammering on you. I'll try and help you out now. But I think it's just when people ask these questions, for me, it's a good opportunity just to educate over here that you should know, you should plan your trade before you enter, so that you have your 3 W's, so that you don't have to ask that question. Okay, so let's go and have a look at theta. And like I said, unfortunately, the market cannot be predicted. But let's use injective protocol. Let me clean up the scribble over here. Go back here, Mr. It's theta that you said, no? Theta. Let's try and help out the legend over here as best as I possibly could. Okay, so you say the next 1 to 2 days, I have a big long position playing out, and I'm not sure where you entered. You know, typically that's like really crucial information. Where's your entry price? Where did you enter? Where's your stop loss? Okay, entry 1.5. 1.5. Ooh, I mean, price is currently below your entry price, so you must be sweating at the moment. Not nice, right? Not nice. So let's go on to the smaller time frame. I just want to plot out your trading schematic over here. So you take your long tool, you are in a long position. Your entry is at $1.5, which is, yeah, right around about this zone. Da, right there. Okay, I'm not sure where you plan to take profits, and your stop loss, what? I don't know where you have your stop loss, right? 500 USD, 50x. No, you're going to get, I mean, I wanted to say your stop loss is supposed to go down here, but I mean, you're going to get liquidated before you get there, right? It's not an easy one. 50x position, your liquidation price is so close, okay? When you trade with high leverage like that, oh my God, you need a lot of experience. You need to be sniper. You need to have a fucking tight stop loss, okay? If you're trading with 50x on an altcoin, you really need to know what you are doing, okay? Because theta does not look pretty over here for me at the moment. This is what's concerning to me, is that I don't even have a nice trend where I can say that, you know, it looks like it, you know, you played the breakout. So maybe you played a breakout over here because it hasn't even done the breakout yet. So you entered at the highs, right? You basically entered here at the highs, regardless of whether you entered over here or over here, you basically entered at the highs. The question you need to ask yourself, why? Why did you enter over there? Okay. What is the trading strategy that you applied when you entered that trade? Because I don't see anything. Um, I don't know why you entered over there, because there's no break of trend. There's no nothing over there. I'm just trying to figure out, can it continue from where it is? Because if I take a fib from the low to the high, you can see that is finding support here by the 0.618 level. That's currently where it's finding support, but it hasn't tapped the level just as yet. So if you had to ask me a different question and say, Dewald, where would you enter a theta trade based on the price action that you see in front of you? I would say I would like to see a sweep of the lows. You grab the liquidity below the lows. You tap the 0.618 level properly. And when price recovers back to the upside, that is where I enter. Okay. And then my trading setup becomes as follow, is to say that the reason I'm entering is a swing failure pattern. It's at the 0.618 level, which is a great bouncing area. Where am I taking profits? At the highs. Where is my stop loss? Below the wick. And then you have a beautiful 6.42 risk to reward, which you can then potentially apply leverage based on how far your stop loss is. So if your stop loss here is 2.29% away, it means that you can use 25% of your capital at 1x leverage if you're only risking 1% of your portfolio, because your stop loss tells you how much leverage you can use. So, Diago, unfortunately, I don't have good news for you, because the highest probable bounce that I see here at the moment is claiming $1.4. I will only enter a theta trade once it gets down below, it claims the liquidity, and it gets acceptance back above. That is where I will trade theta, not where it is right now. Because now I have to go and scratch for a glimmer of hope on the smaller time frames to say that, well, what if maybe what if, okay, there's some luck on your side and it finds momentum here to the upside. it has, you could potentially then argue, okay, it has created a double bottom. Okay, it is created a double bottom. I can't even look at CVD because I only have CVD available for ETH and Bitcoin. So I can't even tell you whether there's bullish CVD between these two pivots. I don't know. It just looks like it wants to come and claim this pivot. That's what the price action shows me here at the moment. It wants to go and claim this little pivot over here. And the danger is, as you fall down, you know, people start adding to the positions to drag down the liquidation price. So on the mini time frames, okay, maybe there will be a glimmer of hope if it can break this trend successfully to the upside. Okay, so the only bullish case that I see over here is that it has formed a double bottom. And if it breaks this trend successfully and it makes a higher low, you could come back up and claim these highs. Okay. But I mean, this is what doesn't look good. From this pivot to the highs, that has to be the low. Okay, so just taking the scribble out here, and I'm really trying to just to help you out here, legend, is when I take a fib from this low to the high, okay, you have with this wave, if this is a 1, 2, you have now reached the maximum target. If price is going to come back down and taps the 0.88, you increase the probabilities of taking the low and even going to claim this pivot. Okay, just have to put it out there. But as long as it can hold the 786 level over here, you potentially have a chance. Okay, as long as it can hold this level, okay, where this could potentially be an impulse correction and it's going to impulse back out of this zone. But this low needs to hold. Okay, if it's going to tap the 0.88, you increase the probabilities of taking the low and even coming back down to $1.3, $1.4. So that's the best way I can help you out at the moment. One line strategy. Okay, you know, I'm not sure how you got into one line strategy. It's always good, legends. If you'd like to show me your analysis, it's always good because I have to speculate based on what I'm seeing here at the moment. Oh, there's some bearish CVD building up. By the way, on Bitcoin, there's some bearish CVD I see building up. Okay, against this pivot. What did I want to say? If you'd like to come and share your charts, first link down in the description is where you join our Legends Pro community. If I go and just show you guys our Discord, right? Go and register. When you are inside of our Discord, we do have a chat section. Okay, free chat section. You know, people are absolutely just roping in the profits over here. And we have a Bitcoin section. We have an altcoin section. And it's always great for me where this is a place where you can go and share your chart with me and say, 𝗬𝗚𝗚, I've shared my chart inside of the free Discord in the Bitcoin section or the altcoin section. This is my entry. This is the strategy that I used. What are the probabilities? And I can help you out a lot better. It is difficult for me to just use wording based on what people are saying. I like to use technical analysis of pictures. Sorry, I'm a picture person. That's what I wanted to say. I can like to be a picture person here to the upside. So, Mr. Diaz, if it can break this trend successfully, okay, put your alarm, make sure that you have your alarm. If it can break this trend successfully to the upside, you have a chance of coming to claim the highs once again, right? But then you know the rule, okay? I don't know where you found, were you perhaps looking at this trend over there? Were you looking at that trend? Okay, but regardless of which trading strategy you used, okay, I'm trying to figure out how and why you entered the trade. But what I'm trying to get at is regardless of what trading strategy you used in here, moving averages, MACD, Lux indicators, whatever you used over here, if you cannot answer all three questions, okay, you should not enter the trade. Please, guys, because I don't like seeing comments like that, and I will try and help you out as best as I can, but you should have been stopped out if you're starting to get very nervous about what you are seeing. Okay. It does look like kind of a wedgie structure here. It does look like it can be a little bit of a bull flag that's going to break out here to the upside. But then again, if you're playing this breakout, and you know why you are entering the trade, you know where your stop loss needs to go, and you know where you need to start taking profits. Okay, profit taking areas are by the highs and claiming these highs, because there's not much else going on in here. So I do think once it claims these highs, it's going to accelerate to the upside. Okay. That's basically what. Oh, sorry guys. I'm not sharing my screen. Okay, let me go back there. Sorry guys. I'm talking to myself over here. So what I wanted to say is I do see this kind of like a bullish pennant. Okay, bullish pennant. And if it successfully breaks out, you know why you are entering, you know where to put your stop loss, and you know where to take profits. Okay. Right. Sorry, legends. Yes, please. Please check out FET, Mr. FET. Okay, that is the breakout I wanted to trade, and I got stopped out because I planned my trade. I got stopped out, and I don't mind getting stopped out because I'm not risking more than what I can afford to lose. But this is the breakout that I wanted to play here to the upside, to go and claim the high and even the 1.618 level. And then we got momentum back to the downside. So I got stopped out. Right, so now I wait. I wait for the break of the trend. And that is basically what I'm checking here at the moment. Legends, I have unfortunately run out of time. Smash up the like on your way out. Remember, down in the description is Bluffin. They've got that competition, the whale competition, running 21 hours to register. Use the link down in the description to sign up and to go and register for the competition. We're going to form a team. We're going to trade the crap out of this. Also got weeks with the lowest fees at the moment. Also your way to support the channel. Thanks for joining the live stream. I appreciate every single one of you. I know it's been over 2 hours, 2 hours and 20 minutes. So I'm going to call it a day. I will see you all back here tomorrow. Enjoy the evening. Until the next one, just for now.